Coming up, we're going to be talking about Gabi and Peter Porker himself. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sacred Rewatch. My name is Ethan Bronson, and this is where we are rewatching every project in the MCU in chronological order leading up to the big one, Avengers Doomsday. I am joined in person by a new group. We do not have a resident philosopher today, Brody. But before we get into it, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man 1. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment on whatever podcast platform you are listening to. But today, an invitation that has been out for about 9 months. She's just now accepted it. I am joined by my fiance, Grace Salazar.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You excited to be on the pod?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. And
her friend,
associates, Elizabeth, how do you feel to be on the pod?
I'm nervous.
A little nervous?
Yeah.
And my co-host, Wyatt.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
So, we don't obviously do in-person episodes all the time, but it worked out this way. Resident philosopher Brody will be joining us maybe on this epi or maybe on episode 2. We will be talking about Spider-Man 1 on this episode. Go check out, it'll probably be episode, probably labeled as point 1 instead of an additional episode. And Spider-Man 3 we'll be talking about in point 2. So make sure to go check out those episodes as well. We finished watching Spider-Man 3 just now, but Spider-Man 1, immediate thoughts and reactions.
Sucks.
Yep.
Worse than I remember it. Yeah.
Not good.
It's a rough one to watch.
I still give it a 16.5.
Okay. Well, I think it was good. I think we need to get into the scoring system. Obviously, need a refresher for these two because they've never scored before. We score everything out of 25 categories out of 5. It's first category is going to be story. Second category is going to be characters. Third is going to be sound and score. Fourth is going to be how iconic it is, iconic to society. And lastly, the point of this podcast, which I talked about in the end credit scene of last podcast, rewatchability. So, Wyatt, kick us off with your score.
I have to do the math.
Okay, well, I'll kick us off. Out of 25, I gave it a 14.5. I think it scored pretty much middle of the ballpark on all of them, except the how iconic it is society. You cannot get better than this movie. It gets a perfect score, 5. What are your guys' thoughts on my score?
I agree with that. I gave it a 4 out of 5. So yes, I would agree. In terms of iconic, I would say it's almost there, but it's not quite. There are so many other movies in the MCU that I think just topple over this, especially some of the other Spider-Man movies, just outside of the original.
I disagree with the 5 for icon because the iconic moments come from funny meme lines.
Yeah.
Not so much actual superhero moments or Peter Parker character moments. So I give it a 4.
I gave it a 5 as well because that movie is just what I remember growing up. That is Spider-Man, and that's how iconic it is.
So typically we kind of go through the movie, kind of explain, but since we're kind of in this multiverse shenanigans era of the Sacred Rewatch, we're taking a break from the 616 universe. Wyatt, let's talk with you. How does it feel to watch a non-MCU movie?
As soon as I turn on the credits for the first Spider-Man movie, I got goosebumps because the first time we get an actual credit roll, besides Hulk, which is the worst thing I've ever seen, it's just a nice little time machine back to old superhero movies.
And something I wrote down, just the damn bongos, man. Those bongos get me going every intro. Do you know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about? There's bongos that play before every movie.
That was the only thing he led with.
Those damn bongos, man.
The damn bongos.
After the 5-minute intro.
Yeah.
Or before the...
Are you guys pro or con?
You need the 5-minute intro.
As
intro,
someone
something that's faded out of society, but
to not be as involved in the MCU and that whole vibe of it, I'm not a huge fan. I think to some extent, yes. I like when some movies have it, but also these have been they're like 6 minutes long.
Yeah, but it builds
And
the
it- and
excitement.
I'm just
'cause by
kinda
the
sitting
time
there
it's over,
like-
you're excited to see Spider-Man because you watched
I'm like,
6 minutes of credits for Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
I
what?
love the intro. Or I think I like the intro, but I think it's it needed to quit a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
A little long for your liking.
A little long. I love a good intro. I think Spider-Man's my favorite thing in any superhero situation.
Mm-hmm.
But a little long.
Yeah. I feel like also the score, at least for one, is pretty good. And I think that's another thing to add from like the intro as well as just kind of like the storytelling
Mhm.
is score and sound are okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gave that a 3.
Mhm.
It's just right at the middle of the ground.
Did you
for
say your
it.
total score yet?
My total score together? No, I think I gave it a 16,
Okay.
Likewise, I also gave it.
which is too high.
Mine's
It's
at
not a
16.
16. It's a 12. But I couldn't take anything away from anything
I
because
feel
that
like
not
it's
being
a-
accurate
I
enough.
feel like it's a 16 because of how like fundamental it is. Like it's such a foundation.
Yeah. Well, before we dive more deep into the movie, I did forget to do our intro questions. You remember those intro questions we did for every new person we brought on?
Nope.
Oh, I'm
So
scared.
every
while since we had a new
time,
person.
I know it has been a long time since we've had a new person on. So I'm going to ask you guys a series of rapid fire questions. I need you guys to each answer to the best of your ability. They're all MC related. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
So
No wrong
So-
answers.
there's no wrong answers. So
no,
first,
I meant don't answer wrong.
oh, okay.
Oh, there are right answers.
All right. So first off, what is your favorite Marvel movie? Wow.
Oh crap.
Brody, cue the music. Get a little bit louder, please.
Is it bad that I don't know what counts as Marvel or not?
Pretty bad for being on a Marvel podcast.
Let's try. Let's see what you get here.
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man wouldn't count. No.
Mine was
Technically,
Spider-Man.
yeah. Because it's part of the MCU.
Okay.
quite literally watched it.
Well, no, but these ones are not MCU.
But it's like
That's what I
MCU.
mean.
And
That's
all
what
Marvel
I'm-
movies. All Marvel
Okay,
movies
then
are
I'm
okay.
going- Then I'm gonna go Amazing Spider-Man 2
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay. And why? You forgot your why.
because it's awesome.
Okay, we're on to
And-
the next.
Yep.
As someone who's watched a lot of movies with you,
Hmm.
I know that one of your favorites, and I think also one of mine, is Age of Ultron.
You're gonna have to appeal.
Did you
I
like
think one
how
of
she
your
said that because it was
favorites.
me? Like it was a
Yeah,
negative thing?
like you're doing that.
No, but like I think that you and I just watch so many together that like when we do, we tend to have a lot of the same opinions for the most part, especially with the Avengers movies.
I've got a trivia question for you.
Okay.
I wish Brody was on for this question because you would like this fun fact. Do you know the last MCU project me and Grace watched together as an assignment for the Sacred Rewatch? Do you even remember?
Captain America.
No. Sorry, Brody.
The last one that we watched for an assignment for this.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
What do you think she's gonna say?
I thought she was going to say
It's pretty early. It's a really early.
Thor: The Dark World. Oh, because Brody loves it. Thor: The Dark World.
Sorry.
Jessica Jones.
Oh,
that's a good
yeah.
show.
Season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1's when it's still good.
Yeah.
It was a really good show. I forgot about that.
Dog
Yeah.
sick.
I figured it was a TV. I remember it being a TV show. Yeah.
That's our little
The
trivia.
show's pretty.
Huh? I know. All right. One more question. There's only been one so far,
was
so
gonna
we got
say.
one more. If you had to sleep with one MCU character, who would it be? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that to them.
I was ready to answer.
Oh, you were you? You could go ahead. This is
No, it's
uncensored.
okay. It's okay.
She'll refrain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did anybody else feel like
There's no other
Peter?
question.
There's no other question. Does anybody feel like Peter is a certified perv in the first movie?
Oh, 100%.
What's he do? It's
I mean, the
Like,
fact
with
that
his
he's peeping
camera?
through like MJ's window.
Yeah,
and all
that's
of
what
these
they
other-
are.
do that.
And he's like,
They do that to all the Spider-Man. They make all of them kind of perverted at the start.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the ask of
It's
like
the quickest way to
trying to
show he's
pull
a
in
loser.
like the high school.
Is by making him a pervert.
Yeah, high school romance geek
Yes.
nerd who that's his only thing is like I'm attracted to this woman because
Well, any nerd with a camera in any movie has the like creep
Yeah.
trope. until he's proven otherwise.
He's got
See,
the
they make
glasses.
Andrew do it
Yeah.
in his. They make all the Spider-Man be
Yeah.
creepy perverts.
The only one that's more censored, I feel like, would be Tom Holland's. And
Yeah,
that's
but he wants to be.
That's his true self.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep asking questions and bringing stuff up. Guys, feel free. You guys are also the hosts here, so feel free to ask me questions.
I am
That's
so
fine.
happy that in the current climate of America, we stopped casting 35-year-old adults to play high schoolers. Because as you watch these first movies, the fact that they're supposed to be in high school in the first one is insane.
Yeah. Clearly,
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire
Maguire
looks
is
in
like,
his 30s.
Yeah.
Can we talk about for a second why Aunt May and Uncle Ben are so old?
And they keep
That's what I
getting
said.
younger.
okay, so my theory is
The
that they're like
movies?
great aunt. Great aunt.
The other
great
question:
uncle.
who is that picture of Aunt May and the two random adult men that is by Peter's nightstand and it's by Aunt May's nightstand?
It has to be
And when
like
Peter goes to his... I assumed it was. I assume I'm putting it together right now. I'm
You
gonna
might want to
assume
bleep that out, Brody.
that Aunt May is the aunt from his dad's side, so I'm assuming it's a picture of his dad
yeah.
And like
That's what I
and
think.
another uncle who's also dead.
Yeah, I feel like it's his like dad. Yeah, there's not a lot of backstory, I feel like, as opposed to the other ones with why Aunt May is the main caretaker
Mhm.
and Uncle Ben in this scenario.
I kind of like that though, because in the other ones, when they kill off Peter's parents, it turns into much more of a story point where it's
Yeah.
kind of like Peter Parker's parents being dead doesn't need to mean anything towards him being Spider-Man outside of his parents are dead. Like I don't need a bigger conspiracy above the whole thing, you know.
Mhm.
And you know what? I will admit that when I started the first movie, I accidentally started the Amazing Spider-Man 1 movie until about the first 5 minutes. And then
I was wondering about that. I opened up my Disney Plus. I'm like, damn, who started like 2 minutes of the Amazing
Yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man?
That was me. And
I actually thought it was Brendan.
That would have been real.
it
yeah.
probably should have been. No, I started watching it and I was like, damn, I don't remember. Sorry. Dang.
Damn, you can say damn.
I don't remember his like parents' death being so integral to some like subplot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like with this one, you know his parents are dead, and that's like the only plot that really comes from that is the idea of Harry's a dad being like his father figure,
Mm-hmm.
and like
That
that.
I'm a scientist
whole trope.
myself, actually.
I've been itching to say that.
So,
Yeah.
well, actually, no, I have more to say about this.
Okay, go ahead.
My first knock on Sam Raimi's inability to pace a movie correctly comes with the fact that Uncle Ben is in the 10 minutes of that first movie, and he expects us to care throughout the entire movie that he died.
But I
Not only that,
You care because you've been told you care about Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Like you've been told that this is Peter's father figure. You're supposed to care about him dying. It's the same way like you already know Batman's parents died, so you're just supposed to care. I think Uncle Ben needed to be in this movie for about 15 minutes longer with doing more actual stuff towards being Peter's father figure. So when his death happens, it actually matters more.
can I reference to other Spider-Man movies and like
He doesn't like spoilers.
does
He acts like
better?
no one's seen these movies before.
because I mean, like I feel like a big part of like
Are you gonna talk about Tom Holland's Homecoming?
Yeah.
You can talk about Homecoming. We've watched Homecoming.
Tom
We have to-
Holland's like throughout that trilogy.
Perfectly.
When yes, they do it perfectly, especially when spoiler.
No, you can't talk about that. That's happening.
No,
Mm.
It
Can't talk
hasn't
about
happened in
that.
Sacred Rewatch canon.
it's
hasn't.
very
We haven't even
the
watched the second
way
one yet.
that
I know.
people
It's gonna
of
take-
importance of elder figures in Tom Holland Spider-Man's life
Mm.
come and go. It's a lot more integrated in a better situation than I would say is done in either of the other movies,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like is something that also is just like Marvel does really well
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to like Sony.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
but it's all Sony.
Obviously,
Every
Yeah,
Spider-Man
I
movies.
mean, yeah.
Just one has more Marvel Studios input than the other.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want a serious question or not so serious question?
Serious question.
Well, it's kind of serious, but it's not really that serious. Okay, serious question. Willem Dafoe. You had some thoughts about thoughts about Willem Dafoe, right? Or you did?
I always
I think
so.
you and I talked about how
I
we
was pretty vocal about my thoughts.
Speak your mind.
I think he's such a good villain, and he makes me so uncomfortable.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab some.
I also kind of going back to the pacing.
Yeah.
The pacing was so unbelievably bad that there was a point where I was like, has he turned evil yet? And then it's like, oh wait, he's already
he turns evil before you really even get to understand he's turning evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he just hops in a tank and smashes a button.
And it's like a really poor transition to him on his glider, and then it's like
with the early 2000s PowerPoint slide
and
where
then
it
it's like
slides
the
over.
curtains, and then MJ's like in her house.
They go from finding out about Peter being Spider-Man to kidnapping MJ, and then the giant fight at the end, all within 15 minutes of each other.
Yeah, and it's like, it's way too. Yeah, the pacing's so bad.
The Green Goblin for the first Spider-Man movie, I don't like it at all because it takes away from the fact that then you have the Green Goblin around once Peter's actually learned to be Spider-Man more. You have more head-to-head. It's like, the first Batman, the first Christopher Nolan Batman, the Joker's not in it. He's in the second one. They give you a whole movie of Batman becoming Batman before he faces Big Bad. It gets too clogged up in terms of the potential of Green Goblin as a villain, when in the first time he shows up, it's also the same time as Peter finding his powers. And by the time he's defeated Green Goblin, he isn't even really full Spider-Man yet.
Yeah.
But it's so iconic having Willem Dafoe in that first movie as I will never remember a Green Goblin not as Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
That's
true.
Willem Dafoe equals Green Goblin to me.
So is there any possibility that they could ever recast Green Goblin?
I would hate it. It has to be someone as evil looking and unsettling as Willem Dafoe.
Like James Franco.
No, James Franco has his arc, okay? He has his character arc in it.
Yeah.
That's a real life arc.
That's a real life villain arc.
Honestly?
That creep is my father. If I'm lucky, one that be half the man he is.
For a second, I didn't realize you were
That was
quoting.
such a good line. He is a creep. Like, he is so creepy.
And that's the
There's those
craziest
scenes
part. He's like
you're
actually...
MJ. You're MJ. There's scenes at the dinner where he's like, just like staring at her.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, oh, damn it.
I've never
They do a great job of making him an absolute creepy widow.
Yes.
Well, also when he somehow hears the blood on the floor,
But he's the
and he
Green Goblin.
picks it up and he's like,
But I feel like it's more horror-like than any other villain that I feel like you see until you get to later on in the MCU. He's pretty creepy, disgusting.
I wish they did a better job at separating the Goblin from Norman Osborn. Like how the gas, how the gas kind of created like a somewhat of an alternate personality. Like he's not always full Green Goblin mode. Sometimes he's like at the end when he's fighting Peter, he's like pleading to him.
yeah.
The Goblin's obviously giving him control and stuff. I kind of wish they talked about that more, or he brought it up more. The fact that you kind of understand that without having previous knowledge before you see the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I couldn't stop thinking about him and his splits the entire time. That one picture of him.
Nope.
Not recalling.
Not counting.
It's that famous picture of him in that pose where he's like,
Brody, can you find
like
the photo,
splits,
please?
and he's leaning forward. Am I able to pull this up?
Yeah, hold up.
I will show the camera so then Brody can put this
In the
up.
meantime,
put it right here.
I have a question.
Is he the only villain in the first one? He is, right?
Yes,
Okay.
there's only one villain.
Is
What?
His
Peter?
monologue.
Besides the man that kills Ben.
Oh,
I've never seen that before.
What?
He has the one thing. Is it the? I think it's the second movie.
You
where
guys have
Aunt
never
May
seen
gives
this
him
before?
that monologue where she's packing the house up, and the monologue she gives him is like the exact opposite of the Green Goblin one, where she talks about how important it is for a hero, how the city always loves a hero.
He's such a
That's the
perfect
second one.
villain.
I'll talk about that the second one.
I've never seen these photos before.
That's
So
the Green
Another
Goblin.
perfect example of Willem Dafoe being creepy. But that's how he plays it so well.
I just have that face.
There also isn't a lot of Spider-Man moments in the first one. Like, to me, Spider-Man's a character where a Spider-Man moment is like in the first Tom Holland one when all that rubble's on top of him. He's like, I'm Spider-Man, I'm Spider-Man, I'm Spider-Man. And he lifts all this stuff off him. There isn't really any moments in in the first movie, at least, where Peter Parker's really pushed to his limit and it has to like dig deep.
Mhm.
Like, you have the train scene in the second one, which is like one of those famous Spider-Man dig deep moments. The third one doesn't really have any either. I think it's a key part of Spider-Man that is really not attacked in these first three movies.
But it is really fun to see it when he first gets his powers and he's like swinging in the building, like among the buildings in New York, like laughing to himself. Like that is what I remember.
I do like that.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's almost like baby's
He's
first
still a
steps.
teenager.
Yeah. Like it feels like a baby
He's a teenager
first
with wrinkles
steps
for him already.
moment.
Huh? He's a teenager with wrinkles on his face.
Okay, looking past that part,
Yeah.
he's still a teenager.
But like him learning how to swing and learning how to do all that and kind of seeing that transition, especially as you like move throughout the series of the 3. The first one definitely has like the first moments of like, okay, like I'm trying to learn. And I think that's the only development that they really give to Spider-Man itself.
When he catches everything on the trail,
I was literally about to-
Yeah.
MJ, like that is so
The fight with
Spider-Man
Flash
to me.
Thompson is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the back bend when he goes flips all the way
On
back.
that note,
Hey guys, I just want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. This episode is sponsored by Effortless Expeditions, a Disney-centered travel agency, here to help you plan your next Disney vacation. Contact them today for a free, no-obligation quote. Wherever the destination, they make the experience truly effortless. This episode of the Sacred Rewatch is also brought to you by Bronson Made, a digital marketing and branding agency that helps businesses grow and stand out. With the idea of our canvas, your story, Bronson Made makes the creative process simple, collaborative, and effective. Find out more at bronsonmade.com or follow them on Instagram at bronsonmade.
is
What's up?
Peter Parker in this universe a confirmed homophobe?
Why?
Why?
Oh, because
Because he asked him if he likes boys, like it was a bad thing.
he also when he's fighting Bonesaw, he goes, "That's a cute outfit. Your husband make it for you," and he says it with a little bit of inflection. He's like, "Did your husband make that for you?"
And my comment on my notes app was,
Lizzie
is he a
McGuire was been there
homophobe?
all along.
This is so 2000s if so.
It was 2003. He probably was. It was 2002.
honestly, I wouldn't be
2001.
shocked.
No. Oh, yeah.
Maybe it was internalized because he was looking at what was MJ's boyfriend's name?
Flash Thompson.
Yeah, he was looking at Flash's car like he wanted to
He
take
did.
a ride.
He did. He was impressed
He's
with
like,
that convertible.
Nice ride.
He even said, yeah, he said cool car like to himself in the alleyway. So
Our resident philosopher just contacted us. I'll have to read this in a second.
He's joining right now.
Oh, cool. What are you saying?
Said I'm enjoying right now. Can you join while we're doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
You do it all the
I
time.
do it all the time. I have to refresh my Wi-Fi.
He joins halfway through.
My Wi-Fi goes to.
Any other particular feelings you guys have about this movie? Obviously, we're going to be talking about the entire character arc of this specific Spider-Man and all the other characters. MJ, in my opinion, she was
Oh my
she was
God.
kind of hard to like in the first
I
movie.
haven't
To
even
be
talked
honest.
about that yet. There is not a shred of chemistry between Tobey Maguire and Kirsten
Nope,
Dunst.
and it never gets
And
better.
it makes them look like awful actors, but they have such a resume outside of these movies that you know they're not. But there's not a single time where the two of them are talking to each other about their feelings towards each other that feels remotely real or genuine at all.
Mm.
It just
This is
it-
like her prime.
it feels like they're reading
Yeah.
it feels like they're reading words off a script whenever they talk to each other, and it makes every single Peter and MJ moment feel so fake, and it makes you not care.
Yeah.
it always jumps back to the pacing for me because even in those moments where I'd be like, MJ for sure likes, like she's gotta like Peter, and then it's like, now all of a sudden she's with Harry. Everything was
also-
just
Yeah.
cutting to random spots, and I couldn't tell if I wasn't paying attention, which I was sure I was, or B was were the transitions just really weird and they're just like jumping.
I hate Sam Raimi transitions. They're like PowerPoint transitions.
The one
It
thing
gets me
I
every time.
will say I like about his Spider-Man movies, though, is that the way that he did it long before it was thoroughly involved in the MCU of like setting it up for future projects. The direct setup that goes into each
Mhm.
ending, especially with Spider-Man 1, where you're just watching essentially Harry be like, I'm going to take down Spider-Man.
Mm.
And the whole MJ, like, I don't love you, but trying to keep things away. Like, clearly it leaves a lot of unleft sentences that are, like, planned for.
The whole Peter and MJ, will they, won't they, when not a single person watching the movie doesn't think they won't end up together, does not need to last 3 whole movies.
I agree.
This is
Because
true.
it's just like it'd be like if Uncle Ben didn't die till the 3rd movie. Like, you know he's gonna die. You know that Peter Parker's gonna end up with MJ, especially because Gwen Stacy doesn't show up till 15 minutes for about 15 minutes screen time in the 3rd one. There's not a single like romantic partner competition for Peter realistically in these movies. You don't need to drag the whole MJ thing, especially through the second one.
Also, Peter Parker is supposed to have some sort of charisma.
Charmingness to
Yeah.
him.
And Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire does not have that.
Mm-mm.
I would rather stay away from him, in fact. And I get that, like,
Yeah.
for a part of it, that is how it's supposed to be. He's the nerd that, like, MJ is the cool girl. But later you'd think he's, like, gotten some of that confidence that I don't know how I remember
Yeah.
him being. And he clearly does not.
Also, I think another thing is I cannot determine the relationship between him and Harry on whether or not they're supposed to be brother-like or if it's just the person that's helping him with math.
All of these, I don't know why.
Like-
I don't know why a
like,
single
isn't-
Spider-Man movie
I don't know.
refuses to show them as kids. Like every movie, it shows Harry and him showing up as like an adult, and they just, oh yeah, we've been best friends forever, and then they act like they don't know each other and hate each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every single movie does that, except for Tom Holland, which doesn't even have a Harry Osborn.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'd rather you not have one than.
We got the man in the chair.
Yeah, they
Ned.
got the man in the chair.
Oh yeah, but that's different. Because I'm still thinking Harry Osborn's gonna show up in one of these MCU ones, and they're gonna like shoot him.
I don't know if
He's
we
gonna
will.
be his college roommate.
Oh, Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin's not happening because Ned's not attractive enough.
Some other side notes
Sorry.
I
Poor
had
Ned.
is I don't remember Peter ever calling Norman Osborn Gobby. He says, like, I'm gonna get you, Gobby.
In the first one?
Yes.
I don't remember that at all.
Only because Grace likes to have the subtitles on. I caught that and I go, did he just say Gobby?
I didn't know that.
Hey, they used to have subtitles.
There's a lot of like really quotable stuff in this movie. Like when Norman gets fired and he's like,
Oh, that's the most
You-
famous.
you
Quote
can't
in
be
the-
serious. And he's like, do you know how much I sacrificed? Like such a good line.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Also, first Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God, it's Spider-Man! It's Spider-Man! No.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
Oh, I see.
you sure?
Okay.
Yes, I'm 1,000% positive.
Okay.
1,000% sure?
100% sure.
Heard you guys were watching movies.
Yes.
Yeah, we just watched the first one.
The first one,
What'd you give
It was-
yourself for the first movie?
first movie, 22. 22. That's
Wow.
a good movie.
Can you elaborate, please?
Yeah.
I'm begging to know.
All right.
Dying.
So this was this has some bias to it. I won't lie. This was the only Marvel DVD in my household when I was a youngins. You know what I mean? So when I wasn't watching Tim Burton's Batman, I was watching
this is
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. In just the first one. So the other ones I saw like eventually, but it was always this first movie, and I just love it. I think it's got I think the best equivalent is these movies are pretty much the Marvel version of DC's like Tim Burton Batman movies. Like these are the campy, fun, fantastic movies, you know what I mean? So I can't help
Yeah.
but just like
The vibe is definitely not matched in any other movies that go after these three.
sure, you can't recreate the
know
campiness
if
and
I'd say
still
that.
have like a serious story nowadays.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
fucking
it's
love
got
it.
some nostalgia to
Spider-
it, and I think the other movies are fun. But this is one of those rare times where I give the first movie a better scale than even the sequel, because usually I go for the second movie in a series. But for this one, I think the first movie is the best. in the
Guardians
trilogy
2,
for
Thor: The
sure.
Dark World.
Thor:
Which
The Dark World. What about it?
I'm just saying that
Crazy
you
choice.
do love sequels.
I do, but I think I did end up giving Thor 1 higher than Thor 2. I think I just liked Thor 2. I don't know. I did like Thor 1 a lot in the rewatch.
So for the audience out there, I don't know if we've acknowledged it. Our resident philosopher is here as Spider-Man. Spider-Man, I do have a question for
That's
you.
Brody?
Wait, where?
Spider-Man, I do have a question for you. Oh, wait, I'm so confused by your outfit. Do you have a mask and a hoodie on?
Well, Let's be clear here. I also have Spider-Man sweatpants, but those are not equipped right now. I got jeans on right now. But when
That's
I don't want to
awesome.
put on the actual suit that I have is some Tom Holland, Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark. You know what I mean? So just to go to classic, I got a classic Spider-Man hoodie here with the Tom Holland mask.
So Spider-Man,
bringing it full circle.
I do have a question for you regarding your outfit. Not right now, but in the movie. We kind of gotten away from it on the Sacred Rewatch, talking about costumes.
We have.
Gotcha.
We probably should get into it more. But what are your thoughts on this iteration of the Spider-Man outfit?
I absolutely adore this outfit. But then again, I can't think of a Spider-Man outfit that I truly, truly dislike. I'm not that picky about it. I think each different iteration kind of matches the vibe that they're going for their project. But I think this suit's just classic, man. I think.
But which one? Because technically he starts off in like
he does.
worst
He has
Yeah,
What are
outfit
your thoughts on the
that his
homemade
husband makes
Spider-Man
for him.
costume?
I think this is one of the rare times that we get like the starter suit that actually like works. Like you truly believe that he made it. The montage is amazing. I think the suit and the wrestling gimmick is a fun part of the movie, and it kind of shows him like starting off fighting without it being too serious. But yeah, I think I'm more talking like the final Spider-Man suit that we see. I think it's perfect, and I think the battle damage torn style is incredible. I think that part is just so not real looking, but I think the makeup department and stuff with the damage look just looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He takes his mask off, and I think any other Spider-Man does during fights.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
For
But
sure.
speaking of suits, though,
Yeah, I don't remember how he got his suit in
Makes
the
it.
first movie.
well, no,
does it
outside
show
of the
him making it?
sweatshirt-esque one.
Yeah. It goes the whole montage, and it shows him like drawing it. And she's
I
like,
remember
yeah,
Comfortable.
no, he
drawing
makes.
it.
He
and
makes
there's one shot of him like pushing a blue piece of like cloth through
yeah,
a sewing
well,
machine.
he makes
But
the
then
sweatshirt one, and then
yeah.
all of a sudden, one day he just appears
Here's-
in the nice one.
Yeah.
No, we made a nice one.
No, I
No.
thought he made the sweatshirt
He makes
one,
the
and then he
sweatshirt
goes
one
to the
for the wrestling match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What?
No,
And then like after the
the
wrestling
making
match,
scene comes after the rest
yeah.
of the match.
the rest.
No,
That's
it
what I
I
doesn't.
could
thought.
sworn it comes
Brody?
before.
Maybe it doesn't.
I also thought
Guys,
that
I filmed this movie a long
because
time
you
ago.
see him
My
draw
memory's
his
kinda
real
fading.
suit.
I
Mhm.
remember seeing him.
He paints it.
And there's
Yeah.
so much more intricate than the one he wore in the wrestling match.
I remember seeing
Yeah,
him
yeah.
drawing the spider, and then I remember the wrestling match happening, and I was like, "How did we?" And the
Yeah.
next thing I know, he's in that suit.
I remember it. I could have sworn it shows him making it, like in the montage.
I could be wrong.
I watched it on a couple Fridays.
The drawing scene happens before the wrestling match.
Google AI doesn't count.
In the match, he wears the homemade suit that he made
Yeah.
after trying to figure out the design. After the match, after Ben's death, is
I'm
when
skimming
the
through Disney
professional
Plus
suit
here.
comes out.
Let's
Because
see.
I do recall rewinding to see how he got the
Yes,
nice
it was
suit, and I
only
couldn't
after
find it.
Ben died that the suit essentially
He
appeared,
does
and
draw
apparently,
it before before Ben
He
gives
does
his
draw
speech
it.
and stuff. Man, Disney Plus on mobile,
So,
they gotta fix this
additionally,
stuff,
in
man.
fact, there's decade-old Reddit threads on when did this happen,
Oh,
because
shoot.
they go past it
Maybe.
completely.
Brody,
Mm.
I mentioned earlier before
Well-
we were here. I feel like Uncle
Yeah.
Ben isn't in the movie enough to have the lasting effect they really try to make him have. What do you think about that?
I see where you're coming from, but also they just have to like they gotta move on with the story, and I think it's a switch that has to happen. I think they do enough there. I think probably one of my favorite parts of the movie aren't they gonna paint the kitchen, and then he gets home late and he's not able to
Michelangelo.
do that? I think that is one of my favorite scenes of all time. It's like, well, not of all time, but it's definitely my favorite scene in the movie, for sure.
Mhm.
Like, out of everything, that's the moment where it's like, that is the most relatable scenario to happen to anyone. And I think that's just a really cool detail. I do love that scene.
Yeah.
And I was stressing
Beautiful.
the entire time, being like, "Is he gonna get home in time to paint?" And it was making me mad that he wasn't going home to paint then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys talked about how everyone in this movie is 30 years old and the teacher in the beginning looks younger than everybody else in the class?
First thing I talked about, actually, I'm pretty sure, was how old everyone looks.
Yeah.
You
Right.
just make them college students. Like, it really wouldn't have been any different.
Yeah. Kind of, I think I just like you just kind of just assume that they're college students. You just kind of go with that for the most part.
Back to the suits, though. I do love the Green Goblin design. I love the
It's so
exoskeleton
good.
look and the mask. Like, I love how the mask. It's there's no like yeah,
Oh my
that's like
God.
what it is. There's no exoskeleton.
so
There's no like
sick.
nanotech. There's no like weird shifting. It's
Yeah,
literally
it's
just
simple.
a mask.
It's a
that scene when he's
motorcycle suit. That's what's
Yeah, like when he's talking to Peter,
Oh,
his,
I got
like the
sense of that.
goggles go away, and you see his mouth moving, his eyes. It just looks cool. It visually looks very cool.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
does
and they
bother me
had-
when he's talking oh, sorry.
no, it's all
Oh
good.
my God.
My turn.
You you speak up.
When Willem Dafoe when Osborn is looking at himself in the mirror become Green Goblin and you could see his mouth moving like on the
Yeah.
other side of the mirror. I don't know why that's really grinded my
Yeah.
We needed more Green Goblin talking to himself.
Misery,
Yeah.
misery. Yeah, no, I love the scene of that. That mirror scene is so amazing, man. It's classic.
Yeah.
Where he's like talking to himself. It's so sick. But yeah, they had the concepts for him to actually be like chemically altered into a goblin-looking dude, and I'm so glad they didn't go with that. I think the motorcycle suit design and it being for the glider, I think that's a really cool concept. I just forget about that testing scene where he like goes to
When he-
like the test
He
site or
blows up
whatever.
the other one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I always forget about that.
I
We've
feel
been
like,
saying it.
yeah, I feel like the costumes overall in this are great. And I think the one thing that clearly points out to be on the other side of that is the graphics in this movie.
Oh, the CGI.
The CGI is probably the worst I have seen. I think one of the points in the movie that really just like stands out to me is when Green Goblin throws the pumpkin grenade
Fucking.
and
twist.
and the
Oh, no, that's the
entire
knives.
exec like board just suddenly appears into like these skeletons that
skeletons.
go away, and
It's
you're just
so
like,
cool. I love when it
it's
happens at the
so
parade. It's like the Scooby Doo movie. Like it's like, oh, I don't know. I like that style, but I do understand it
also
doesn't look the best.
It doesn't look the best. Also, the transitions were like, that's so Raven. Like, it would zoom in on their eye, and the next thing you knew was the building.
So good.
I was like, where are we
That's
going
Peak
with this?
2002 Sam Raimi.
Right? This is
Also, I
definitely
have an
Raimi
issue
peak.
with kinetic web slingers compared to like the mechanical built web
Oh.
slingers. Because I think what happens is when you have Peter build the web slingers, it shows you how freaking smart he is.
that's true.
Because then there's times where he's doing all that stuff with the webs, and you're like, wow, he built those. Like that's not something he got powers from. He scienced those. He built the web shooters. He made the web fluid. So I think when you give Peter, yeah, I get that genetic webs take away from all the fact of having to reload the web shooters, which again, I think reloading the web shooters are some of the cooler scenes in Spider-Man. When like mid-swing, he has to pop in a new web fluid. Adding genetic ones, I get that it takes away from the like sort of questions, but I think it also takes away from the intellect of Peter Parker, which I think all three of these movies really struggle with, is showing how
Yeah.
technologically smart he actually is.
In the
I
third movie,
understand.
though, I saw a little bit of his like intelligence when he was putting all the metal posts up. I know we probably should be talking about the third movie, but putting the metal posts up and like making the noise. So he
The sonar
yes.
waves to
Yeah,
mess
yeah.
with that.
But I think the other thing about the entire trilogy as a whole is how can he just like not get a job?
Because he's busy being Spider-Man. He gets fired from everything.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
Trish from Austin and Ally.
Yeah.
He is Trish.
Yeah,
got
he gets a new job every
Raven's
episode.
sister.
Paul Blart's daughter.
Yeah.
You guys want to? I got a question for you, Brody, after this, but question for you guys. You guys know we spent 30 minutes last week talking about Disney Channel. You guys ever heard of the DCLAU?
Oh no, we're gonna go on it again.
No,
The Disney Channel live action universe. It's a thing.
Yes.
They're all connected.
And it's
Austin
integrated.
and Ally,
No, it gets worse.
What's
It's
bigger?
integrated into Spider-Man.
Yeah.
what do you mean?
The cast of Jesse shows up in,
guess
in the Amazing Spider-Man Drake Bell TV show. So technically, in the
We're all connected.
Oh, and
you know
Drake
Drake.
and
You know
Josh.
Drake Bell voiced Spider-Man. One of my favorite Spider-Man. Drake Bell.
Wasn't that we covered that in our first episode of the podcast ever? Didn't you bring that up?
I brought it up
I remember
early
you
on.
bringing that
So
up.
I
at
do
some
really?
point.
Yeah, because it's
It's one of our
awesome. I
first
used to watch that
shorts.
Disney show every single day.
Oh, I
Deadpool
forgot.
shows up. The Howling Commando show up. Captain America shows
Brody,
up.
I got a-
Moon Knight shows up.
Brody, I got a
Agent Venom
question
shows
for
up.
you.
Cartoon movie.
Oh, wait. Before we move on
Sorry,
from this,
Peter. All right, not Peter. Spider-Man, I got a question for you.
wait, hold on. Before we move on from this topic, the thing about if he doesn't have the genetic webs is then he's just sticky sensey man. There's nothing spider about him. So then, to
But
make
isn't
the
that?
jump
But
where he's like,
Spider-Man at its core is sticky sensey man. Like it's
I
not
know,
like
but the
it's
webs
not like
is
in
what
the
makes him
comics he
go
has
like, I should
genetic
probably
webs.
be like Spider-Man. Otherwise, it's just like, oh, was that a spider that bit me? I guess that should be my thing. So that's the one thing about genetic webs is it does make him more of like a
I agree.
spider freak, more so
It should
than
come
makes
out
him
of his
part
butt.
they just
spider.
choose to make webs. So I do
And
like the
especially when it
genetic
shows
webs for
his
that.
fingertips like grow the
Yeah, I don't like that part.
droopy
I
things.
don't like that.
Wait, are we able to talk about leaks for new movies?
No.
Go for it.
What leak?
Can I censor it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. There's rumors that we might be getting in the next movie.
On Tom Holland, that's stupid.
That's
Then Spider-Man.
There's-
for
that
7
is
years.
so
It's
Stupid.
rumors based off a promotional image. I don't know.
Oh, I wonder if it's like the.
I'll censor it.
No, there's no way they can make that work. There's no physical way.
okay.
Oh, well, actually, as a theory for Spider Noir, do you think Spider Noir is going to have genetic? Or do you think he's going to have to invent it back in the...
I think he's gonna have genetic because I think they want to go more body horror with his Spider-Man.
And I think
It's a good call.
nah. I think it's going to be
Not excited for that.
mechanical, but it's going to be like this.
Steampunk.
Yeah, I was gonna say almost
Like
steampunky,
gears
old
turning.
timey. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a TV show, not a movie.
It is a TV show.
We'll be covering that on the Illuminati Takeover. Right, Brody?
Yes.
All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap up this episode
you
so
had
we
a
can talk
question, though.
about
What was the question?
Spider-Man number 2.
What was the
You
question?
never asked him the question.
Oh, I was going to ask you whether we should just make this one long episode or should I cut it short, but I made an exact decision.
I say we cut it. We got a good wrap up here. You guys already talked about the music and everything, right?
There's going to be a lot of like overall Spider-Man questions and topics we can talk about just for Tobey Maguire that kind of integrate to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to spend an hour and a half on movie number 1 and then have, not a very long conversation for Spider-Man 2. But that is going to do it for this episode of the Sacred Rewatch. We hope you enjoyed diving all over the timeline with us. Join us next week or tomorrow. I really like
See the thing.
5 minutes from now. I'm not there yet. Okay. Where we're going to be watching or talking about Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi.
No way.
Oh no, Brody, it was doing so good.
You guys were watching?
No. Hold on.
My outro is different. I can't help.
I know. For all time, always. See you guys. That is not how it ends typically.
No, it's not. Unless